Hello everyone and welcome to another Football Manager Experiments video with myself DJMFM. I hope you're all doing well. Now, as you better see from here, we're currently looking at Pep Guardiola, manager of Bayern Munich at the moment. On the 5th of June is going to be manager of Man City. He has had a fantastic career in terms of the trophies that he's won and awards that he's had since he's been manager either of Bayern Munich and also of Barcelona as well. Now, he kind of splits 50-50 with a lot of people. Some people will tend to think that he's a very good manager because he has an aggressive style of play, good possession base, he passes it around well, he gets his team playing attacking football, and he's a really, really good motivator as well. So, I'm on the other half of the opinion. I think that he's only as good a manager because of the clubs he's managing. He's had success because of the teams that he's managed, not because of him as a manager himself. So, I've said it in a couple of podcasts, and I've said it to quite a few of my mates in discussions that we've been having as well, is that I don't think he's actually that good a manager. I think if you put him in control of a mid-table team, then he wouldn't be as successful as what he is at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what he'll actually be like with resources at a club who don't have the stature and monetary value as somebody like, I don't know, maybe like the Bayern Munichs or the Barcelonas, etc., or Man City for that matter of fact. So what I'm going to do is we're going to find out who's predicted to finish in 10th place in the Premier League, so around about mid-table, and we're going to add him as the manager of that particular club and see how he gets on over the next few years. So let's have a look to see who he's going to be taking over as charge of. So in terms of a season review then, at the beginning of this season, Football Manager predicts that Stoke are going to finish in 10th place. So we're going to put Pep Guardiola in control of Stoke from the beginning of this season and see how well Stoke can do. It's going to be interesting to see what type of players he brings in, what type of calibre are they going to be, how he brings Stoke up. Are they going to be competing right near the top of the table, or are they going to finish roughly around about the same sort of place because of the type of players that they've got? So join me in the next few seconds where we'll just find out how Stoke have done in their first season with Pep Guardiola as their manager. So here we go, we're back, we're a year into the future, and look at this for a headline. 1st of June, Stoke sack Guardiola. Unbelievable. It says on here that the writing has been on the wall for Guardiola for some time, with reports of a final warning from the club emerging earlier in the season, and very few pundits have expressed their surprise at today's news. Frank de Boer, Marcelo Bielsa and Eddie Howe are now the favourites to take over as manager of Stoke City. He's not the only one to have been sacked. There's quite a few sackings. Norwich sacked Lambert. Interesting. So what happened to Guardiola? So let's have a look and see what's going on with him. Now he has got a bid, or he's interested, or somebody's interested in joining him or getting him rather, but it's not letting me click on the bid itself. Under bids, yeah. We'll have to find out who he actually goes to in the end, but yeah, his stats are more or less the same. Nothing really has changed on there. But how did Stoke do, and what kind of transfers did he do? Jesus, they finished in 17th place. They survived by 3 points. Wow, that is awful. That is absolutely awful. Villa, West Brom and Norwich got relegated. So Football Manager's actually got 2 of those 3 predictions correct so far. Although they're saying that Arsenal and Man United stormed the league by 90 points. That's well, we'll leave that open to a debate. So, in terms of Stoke then, what did they do in terms of the transfers? They failed to bring a single player in during his reign. They sold Juve to Tottenham for 14.25 million. Phil Barsley went out to Brentford, and Andy Wilkinson left on a free contract. But other than that, no one has been bought in. So he kept more or less the same squad. But the issue that they had is that, yeah, I mean, their top goal scorer is Shaqiri with 8 goals. So they obviously haven't found a goal scorer during the course of this season. So that's a very, very short experiment to see how we did at Stoke. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to holiday the next couple of months and just see who he's taken over. If he's taken over another mid-table team, then I'll continue the experiment a little bit further. But if he goes on to become a manager of one of the bigger teams, we'll stop the experiment as it is. because, as I said, for Bayern Munich and for Barcelona, he's done really, really well. He's performed amazingly, obviously with the resources that they have, but he comes to Stoke and he hasn't performed at all. So let's just holiday a couple of months and see how he gets on and see who his new club is. So didn't even have to holiday that far. Another 6 days into the future, 7th of June 2016, Guardiola has taken over as manager of Chelsea. Now, wow, okay, so clearly his reputation is doing well for him. It doesn't matter for him the fact that Stoke didn't do well. He's managed to land himself one of the top jobs in the Premier League. That is just absolutely incredible. I am just going to holiday at one season with Chelsea. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I just want to find out whether or not the actual, the reputation is the big factor in all of this, and whether or not he can actually do it with Chelsea. It'll give us a good indication maybe as to how he's going to do with Man City, who knows. But as I said, I'm just going to holiday one more year and just see how he gets on at a bigger club. So yeah, as we can see, things haven't gone quite to plan for Pep Guardiola at Chelsea. He has been sacked. He was sacked on the 7th of January. It says that he came under enormous pressure after being knocked out of the Capital One by West Brom in October, and a footage of their match is being rescued from the archive as he departs from his post after a series of disappointing performances. So it looks like Joachim Low has actually got the job. He was the favourite to take over from Chelsea. So where were they when he got sacked? So actually on the day that he got sacked, Chelsea was sitting in 6th place. Now, since then, and obviously Joachim Low has come into play, they've only gone up as far as 5th. So they haven't actually done a massive amount in terms of improvement since Guardiola has left. So what type of players did he bring in? If we go to the transfer history page, so he spent, he did actually spend a total of £94 million on players. So he spent a lot of money. He raided one of his old clubs, Bayern Munich, to get Javi Martinez. He bought Tyler Roberts as well from West Brom, William Carvalho as well, and also Mario Icardi. So he did spend a lot of money, which is just incredible, the amount of money that he spent. So in this experiment, I'm going to call it a day on this one, because I don't really think there's anything else I can kind of bring you. Guardiola's not wanted by anybody. He's still a free agent, hasn't been snapped up, but since he's joined Stoke, his reputation has gone dramatically down. He's now a 4-star reputational manager. He hasn't got a club, and things haven't worked out for him since he's moved to Stoke. So that's been quite interesting. That'll be something to bring up with my mates when we're having our next discussion about it, or next discussion of managers. According to this, and according to this particular experiment, Guardiola cannot handle being at a club lower than what you would class as a 5-star reputational team. So how do you think he's going to do at Man City next year? I'll be really interested to know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think he would actually fare at a lower league team? What type of manager do you think he is? Do you think he's a good manager? Do you not? Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be awesome to hear what you guys think. Thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. If you haven't checked out some of the playlists for Barnet Bound and for Super Spurs, go and check those out now. I'll put some of those details in the description. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you're interested in following some of my other content. Thank you very much for watching, and as always on the channel, until next time, adios.